Hi, this is James again, and welcome back to Mask and Tape Treasures. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and leave me a comment if you like. And add to my Cash App. Contribute to my Cash App, okay? All right. Okay, today we're going to be talking about discipline of a child in the Philippines. Yes, discipline of a child in the Philippines. All right. Yeah, uh, you know, we deal with discipline in different aspects, like here in America and in the Philippines. Okay, some people in the Philippines, they really they tear their kids up, and that's mostly in the province, in the rural areas. You know, well they tear them up, but they become more lenient in the city areas. Okay, now in the city you mostly can gonna see children protest against their parents. When their parents tell them to do something, and if they don't want to do it, they'll no, no,
No,
no,
no, no, no,
no,
no, no,
no,
no.
no. They're gonna do that with no consequences.
Oh my
Okay?
god.
And you be standing there like, what? What? And but you can't say anything, you know, and here it's the opposite. In the rural areas and in the middle class areas and all of that, they mostly discipline their children. Okay? Like like they're like they scream at the top of their lungs. Okay? The kids they scream. When they playing, they screaming. And they don't care whether you're sleeping or what. They scream, and their parents don't say anything to them. You know, I don't know what this is, but that's the way it is. But it's crazy. And I've never seen any one of them hit their parent back, but they will argue. They will argue, and they will protest. And if they don't want something, they will actively tell their parents they don't want it. They don't want to do something, you know. And I don't know about y'all, but I would tear their butts up. I would, you know. It's nothing wrong with that, but we really need to discipline our kids, and both of us be on the same side. You know, you can't discipline a kid and then another parent tell them, oh, it's all right, that's right. Leave them alone. Leave them alone. When they doing that, that's like feeding into what a kid wants. Then the kid is going to end up going over to that side that was stroking, you know, patting them up and stuff. That's really how it's going to be. You know, both of you got to be on the same page. If I punish a kid, you got to back me up. And if you punish a kid, I got to back you up. You see? In order for it to work. Because they got mixed signals now. They got mixed signals. So they're going to do whatever you told them not to do with their mother. They're gonna tell their mother, can I do this? Daddy ain't here. Can I do this? And the mother will let them do it. Or vice versa. The daddy will let them do it when the mother's not there? I don't know. But that's the way it is, you know. Like I'm saying, when you in a two-parent household, both of you got to be on the same page. You can't make one guy the bad guy, you know. But you know, I'll take the bad guy position, you know. But you know, it's not right. Y'all got to share it equally and both be on the same page, you know. Because I would never put up with a kid storming off on me when I tell them to do something and they just just storm off and close their door. What? Man, boy. I'm telling you, my father, if I would storm off while they in mid conversation, while they talking to me, and I just storm up and I just walk off, man, maybe when I wake up a couple of days later, I'll never do it again. You know, I'll never do it again. But look, stay on the same page, okay? Both parents got to be on the same page. If you punish a kid, don't interfere. Like if you put a kid on punishment, don't interfere. Let that kid sit in there and think about what he did. And punishment, you know, when you put a kid on punishment, when you tell them to go to your room and don't come out, unless you got to go to the restroom. That's what you should mean. If you take something from a kid, keep it a specific time, whatever time that you said you'll give it back. Like you can't have this a week. You can't have this for 4 days or something like that. You mean that. And stick by it. Because kids, you don't think kids are dumb. I don't care if they're like 5 or 6 years old. They still understand the key to manipulation. They will manipulate you to do whatever they want you to do. I'm telling you, they will cry and cry and cry. So what? Let them cry. It's good for them. Ice-T. Yeah, they will cry and cry and cry. So what? That helps you go to sleep. Sure. That make you go to sleep. You know. But and like I said, I never resort to physically hitting a kid. But I will do it. If you get out of hand, if you talk back to me, if you curse around me, or if you storm off and I tell you to come back in here and you don't come back, get ready for it. Get ready for real. Now I'll spank you. I will spank you. But, you know, in the Philippines, they let them get away with it. They let them get away with a lot of stuff. I think they let them get away with a lot of stuff. And then, see, the thing is, if you would get them when they first do it, it won't be that severe, you know. But if you sit there and let it build up for a whole week and then just finally you lash out, that's not right. That's not right. Get them when they do the offense. Because a lot of even animals know they go through association. When they doing something, if you catch them in the act of doing something wrong and then you punish the dog, that dog will pretty much know after that he is not permitted to do what he did, you know. But if you don't catch them in the act and then get them later on, they don't know what you're hitting them for. They just know that you punishing them. So as soon as a kid does something, get them then. Don't let it build up for a week. Don't sit there and let it build up in you for a week and then you go in a rage on them. You know, I'm telling you, man, because, you know, I've seen it in the Philippines. I've seen it in the Philippines because they have kids that's outside playing and they're screaming at the top of their lungs. I'm not lying to you. I'm serious. They are screaming the whole time. Screaming at the top of their lungs. Even when they talk, they talk as loud as they can. And their parents don't come out and tell them, shut up, tone it down, you know, quiet down, you know. They don't do it. Like here, you don't hear no noise. No noise. Outside, you don't hear no noise. You don't hear kids screaming and stuff like that outside. Because a parent would come and get them. A parent will make them come in the house. If they can't shut up or stop screaming like that or talking loud, then they make them come here. Because you don't act right. You disturbing people. You know, you're disturbing people. You know, it's bad enough. You got chickens, dogs, everything. You got people doing construction on stuff, working on stuff. And then you got those kids screaming at the top of their lungs. And you can't say anything. It's crazy. I know where my wife used to live, it was too many kids over there. Too many kids. And they would all get in a bunch and scream at the top of their lungs all day. All day. That's crazy. But when I got there, they didn't do it. But as soon as I left, they was back to business again, screaming. But like I said before, and I've said it many times before on my channel, you got to discipline your kids, okay? You have to. That helps them grow to be a valuable citizen in society. That helps them grow, okay? That helps them know a lot of things like that. Look, there's consequences and there's rules that you have to abide by in everyday life, okay? Everyday life, you have to abide by rules, okay? You have to stop at stoplights. You have to stop at stoplights. You have to stand in lines and not cut in front of. You can't walk up and walk right in front of the line. You have rules. That's rules. No cutting in the line. No, you got to, when pedestrians are crossing the street, you have to stop. You can't just run them over. There's many rules around here. You know? Like in schools, no unauthorized person is supposed to come on the school ground. So, like a child molester can't walk up on on the grounds and he don't have no kids there, just walk there and sit down and looking at a kid. You can't do that. So there's a lot of rules that we have to abide by. And if you don't teach your kids, they're going to break the rules. They're more prone to break the rules. You know? And then they go to jail. They go to jail. Sooner or later, they're going to get too cocky and they're going to end up in jail. And the jail is full of them. Full of them. They didn't get disciplined. They didn't get disciplined. I'm not joking with y'all. I'm telling y'all this to help you. If you got a child that's under, I want to say 15, because when they get 16 and stuff, you should look, when they get back about 15, 16 years old, you should have everything established. Okay? That's what you should do. You should have everything established to where they respect you so much that they will not do certain things. Even if they thinking of they want to do it, they won't do it because they respect you too much. So by the time they get 15, 16, you should have that already instilled in their brain. Right from wrong. Okay? Now, if you wait until they get 16, 17 years old, chances are they're going to fight you back. And you may end up have to hurt the little joker. Okay? Or they may hurt you. Okay? They may hurt you. So, to avoid that, start young. When they get older, then they will respect you. I've seen many kids, respectable kids. I've seen their parents tell them, get over here and don't do that right there, okay? Yes, ma'am. That's it. That's it. That's all they say. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. That's it. But if you don't teach them when they're young, when they get older, then you tell them, look here, get over here. Don't do that. Don't do that. You're not supposed to do that. Man, I can do this if I want to, man. I can do this. Shoot. Oh, man, what you talking about? What you talking about? Man, you crazy, man. You crazy, man. I've seen kids talk to their parents that way. I've seen kids talk to their parents. Man, you green, man. You green. I seen them tell their parents this. Then they tell them to come in at a certain time. They don't come in. Then when they come in, they just come in and go straight to their room. And you may fuss at them, but it don't mean nothing to them. It don't mean nothing. They're going to continue to do it because you allow them to do it. Yeah. But I'm telling you, man, in the Philippines, they too lenient. They too lenient. I'm sorry to say. Sorry to say it. They too lenient. And it's crazy. But Little June is going to respect people. All right? And the other kids are going to respect. Okay? I can't do nothing with the people outside because, they got their own parents. And their parents raise them the way they want to raise them. Okay? But I'm telling you, mines are going to be respectable people. That's all I want. I want you to respect everybody, respect people's property. When you go over to your grandma's house, when you go to your auntie's house, when you go over there, don't go wild and be breaking stuff. You know, and when they able to get in school and they do good, I will reward them. I will reward them. You know, it's good to, you know, to praise them and stuff, but you have to reward them sometimes. You know, you have to reward them. If they do good, then you get them a little something. Get them something that they want. You know, you got to reward them. But if they're dropping off with their grades in school and they don't want to do nothing, they don't want to help out around the house or nothing like that. What are you raising? What are you raising? Huh? They don't want to do nothing. So if they don't want to do nothing, if they want to sit around and not do nothing, then either, hey, you either go to the military or something. I bet you the military will whoop them in shape. They will whoop them in shape. But most of them, when they go to the military, they try their best to get out. They try to act like they sick or something like that so they can get out. Try to act like they mental. That's crazy. I'll tell you one thing, but I'm going to tell you one thing. My kids are not going to do nothing like that. Okay? My kids won't do that. Because I'll lay the hand on. You got to. You have to. It's a must. It is a must. Spare the rod, you spoil the child. Okay? Spare the rod, you spoil the child. Yes. That means if you spare whooping a kid, you'll spoil the kid. And it ain't nothing worse than a spoiled brat. A spoiled brat. Nothing worse than a spoiled brat. You know, that starts when they real little. Starts when they real little until they get older. Then when they get a little older, like when they get 5, 6, and they still crying and everything like that, you doing something wrong then. You doing something wrong. You're doing something wrong. If they still crying and stuff like that, when they get 5, 6 years old, they falling out. They going in stores crying and stuff like that. No. You snatch them up, you tear their butts up and say, hey, I'm going to take you out to the car. I'm going to take you out to the car. Okay? Or you're not coming back no more. Next time I go to the store, then I'm leaving you somewhere. But the kids want to go to the store. They want to go with you. Because they want to ask for little things, you know. So you got to use reverse psychology, you know. Yeah. There, you know, you got to let them know that it's a reward for being good and punishment for being bad. That's it. Let them know you'll be rewarded. You know, even if you got a little cookie, you can give it to them. You know, this is for you because you were so good today. Man, it goes a long way. It goes a long way. Yes. So spare the rod, spoil the child. Okay? Just like that's what that saying means. And if you play with a dog, he'll lick your mouth. You play with a kid, he'll sass you out. That's one of the sayings. That means if you play with a dog too much, he gonna lick you, and eventually he gonna try to. If you put him close to your face, he gonna lick your mouth. And you play with a kid too much, then they start cursing you. You know. If we don't get a grip on these kids, they're going to take over. And when they take over, it's going to be all bad. You got to look at it. It's only a couple of years. It's only a couple of years for these kids to get grown, and some of them are our future leaders. Some of them may lead this country. But do you think they can lead a country or lead an army or do something with their mindset now that they have? No. If they get there, if they don't get killed or don't end up in prison, because most of them are very defiant when they talk back to the police and stuff like that. Talking about police pull them over for a simple ticket, and then they make it out of something big. With you arguing, you're not going to get out of getting a ticket. If it's anything, you're going to have something added to it. Resisting arrest or something like that. Just take your ticket. If you feel you've been dealt with unjust, take that up when you get to court. Bring your concerns out when you get to court. Because you don't have no business arguing. You don't know if he's a rogue police or what. You don't know. You don't know if he's rogue or not. And he could get you out and start whooping on you. You know? And don't rely on, if he beat me, I'm going to sue him. Yeah, if he beat you, sometimes you never wake up. Sometimes he could break your back or make you crippled for life, and you'll win the money, but you can't enjoy it. What can you enjoy? Like this, riding in a wheelchair. What can you enjoy? If you're relying on getting beat up to get money, that's stupid. That's the stupidest thing I ever heard of. You can do that. You can do that by taking them to court. When you get to court, bring your concerns up and then file a report on the police. If someone dealt with you unjustly or somebody said something to you, something derogatory to you, or something, a police, an official. Because police are not supposed to do that. They're not supposed to do that. For the most part, police are professional. So, with professional, that all comes under professionalism. Okay? Nobody is supposed to talk bad to you, you know. That's it. Deal with it in court. Don't even say nothing to the officer. Just say, okay, give me a ticket. Give it to me. That's it. That's it. I've been pulled over many times. I wanted to go off But give me a ticket. Okay, give me a ticket. I'll be there. Now, if I got some concerns, I will talk to the judge on it. I'll tell the judge what he said to me, or if he grabbed me or something like that. And I tell him, hey, it was no cause for him grabbing me like that. They have the cameras on, and I request for they body cam that they had on. Yeah, because they got body cams now. So, you know, if you're on film, they have to bring it up. They can't hide it. Because even when that body cam is activated, they all know. There's no way they can hide it. They can't say it was off when it was on. Okay? So just deal with it that way. And if you're right on whatever you said or whatever he did, or if they found him guilty, then you get money. Then you can enjoy it. But you can't enjoy it if somebody beat you to a pulp. You know? And you got brain damage and stuff. You can't enjoy it. You can't enjoy it. But please, I've said it many times before. Please, you must discipline your kids. And the Philippines need to discipline their kids too. Okay? They really do. Especially from 5 on up to like 12 or something. See, when they get like probably 15, 16, they kind of get a little more mature, you know, and stop all of that playing, you know. But when they small, they scream and they run and everything. Now, it's I'm not trying to stop a kid from being a kid, but a kid don't have to yell like that. They can play. They can play outside. But all of that screaming, y'all don't know, but it's so loud, especially if it's a lot of kids. If it's a lot of them. In this case, it was maybe about 4 of them. Four kids out there, you know, screaming and playing. But it don't take that. It don't take that much, you know, that screaming and stuff. It don't take it. You know. Well, that's it. Make sure you like, subscribe, and leave me a comment if you like. And hit that bell notification. Hit that bell notification so that you'll know every time I drop another video. And share, share, share. Share my videos with everyone so everyone get a chance to get this experience, okay? All right. And subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Subscribe, y'all. All right? Peace. Adios. Salamat. Cheers.